no telephone bill. Once I had a girl on Rocky Top, half by the other half cat. Wild as a me, but sweet as soda pop, I still dream about that. Rocky Top, you'll always be home, sweet home to me. Good old Rocky Top, Rocky Top, Tennessee. Rocky Top, Tennessee. Once two strangers climbed old Rocky Top looking for a moonshine still. Strangers ain't come down from Rocky Top, I reckon they never will. Corn won't grow at all on Rocky Top, dirt's too rocky by far. That's why all the folks on Rocky Top get their corn from a jar. Rocky Top, you'll always be home, sweet home to me. Good old Rocky Top, Rocky Top, Tennessee. Rocky Top, Tennessee. Rocky Top, you'll always be home, sweet home to me. Good old Rocky Top, Rocky Top, Tennessee. Rocky Top, Tennessee. Rocky Top, Tennessee.
All right. Pipe down, Jolivet.
What, man?
You over here getting flashbacks, man.
I sure enough did, but I went back about maybe 10 years.
So thanks for coming back to us, folks. Here at BTP Sports, we understand that there's no us without you. So if you guys are not following us on social media, make sure you do so. We're on Facebook at BTP Sports Talk. We're on Twitter at BTP Sports. We're on the gram, Instagram, BTP_sports. And make sure you guys are subscribed to our YouTube channel, which is Bring the Pain Sports. We appreciate you guys and your fanship, and we love you here at BTP Sports. So we talked about the Texans in the first segment. Now we want to go around the horn in the league a little bit. Now, like I was saying in the last segment, Julio Jones
Broke
off. This cat got 71.5 million bananas for 5 years with 47 of that guaranteed. Like Jolivet said, he could pop his leg tonight and he's set for life. $47 million guaranteed. Do you think that Julio Jones is worth that kind of money?
Julio Jones himself, yes. He, besides having an injury last year in the foot and the surgery, keeping him out. But he's one of those guys that, hey, look, you don't want to let go because if he goes somewhere, he's going to be a monster. So you have to satisfy him and pay him now. And, you know, the thing that I like coming into this year's camp, not too many players have been holding out at all whatsoever.
I think Cam Chancellor is probably the
Cam Chancellor is the biggest holdout.
Yeah.
However, but Julio Jones, you don't want to let him go anywhere because he might get somebody in your division that's going to pick him up.
Yeah.
You don't want to let him go around and go up there to Carolina with Cam Newton. Or you don't want to let him go to
They need some help, too, because they just lost Kelvin Benjamin for the season.
Yeah, that's hurtful.
That hurts.
But, however, I believe that he's worth it now. Will he continuously progress? He's young enough. You know, he's not very old. He's in that range where he should be.
Julio?
Yeah, Julio.
He's probably, what, late 20s now?
Mid 20s, about maybe 25, 26 years old. So he's proven himself.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You know, and he's one of those guys that's gonna demand double coverage every single play, and so he's gonna work every single down. He's gonna work because he has to work to get on.
Right.
So now, is he worth it? Yeah. And Arthur Blank has more than enough money to pay him.
Oh yeah.
Shoot, you know, he
Arthur
owns
Blank
Home Depot.
I was gonna say he got enough of my money from Home Depot. Now that's where I was gonna go. Talent and skill wise, no doubt about it, he's worth it. But that's a lot of money to invest in a guy who I don't know if he's played a full season in 3 or 4 years. That's the scary part about Julio Jones. But it's a risk to take, but yeah.
But it's also a reward also as well. Cause
the reward is worth the risk.
Yeah,
the potential reward
is worth the risk. And this is the thing. He's not one of those guys that's a troublemaker.
Nah.
You're never gonna
Quiet guy,
and to stay out of trouble in Atlanta?
Oh,
come
yeah.
on, man.
Yeah, come on, son.
Come on, son. In Atlanta.
In the ATL, baby.
Shout it.
Yeah. So now let's go around the horn a little bit with last night's games. The Detroit Lions defeated the Jacksonville Jaguars 22-17. Of course, you know how we do. The preseason scores, big deal. But I was not pleased with what I saw out of our first team defense. I mean, granted we were missing some guys, but our offense looks good. But our first team defense, not a fan. Carolina lost. Speaking of Carolina, they lost to the Patriots 17-16. Tom Brady came back, and he had, where did I write it? I don't know what he had because, okay, I got it. He was 7 for 13. Sometimes when I be doing my notes, y'all, my brain just be going, and I be here and I be here.
Going, bro.
Tom Brady, that's that creative mind, man. Brady was 7 of 13 for 84 yards and a touchdown. And 2 picks, though.
Yeah.
So, but you expect a little rust.
Yeah.
You expect a little rust. Now, go ahead.
The thing is about Tom Brady, you don't worry about Tom Brady.
Nah.
And you never hear anybody call, look, we want another quarterback.
No.
It's Tom Brady.
Nah.
You never worry about that.
Jimmy Garoppolo, who's the second-year man out of Eastern Illinois, is, the guy that's going to, Brady had served suspension. So Garoppolo was going to be their starter for the first 4 games. He, on the other hand, went 13 of 17, 126 yards and a touchdown. Not bad. Not bad. So they should be in okay shape. Now, let's talk about the biggest story of the NFL right now, and that's RG3, who's they rescinded his clearance. He had the concussion against the Lions last week, and he passed concussion protocol, and then they came back yesterday and said, on second thought, no, he didn't. He needs to sit out. Kirk Cousins is going to get the start. Talk to me about that situation.
Well, unfortunately, what we're witnessing right now is a decline of a good quarterback who's worked hard from the first year, knee issue. Last year just couldn't do anything, and now all of a sudden concussions. This may be an Alex Smith deal happening so early in the career. But the thing is, RG3, good player. We all know that. But what good is it when you can't stay healthy?
Right.
I mean, it's kind of like a Sam Bradford deal. Or
he never showed me nothing in the league. He hasn't had a chance.
He hasn't had a chance because he's never played a full season. He's always had a torn ACL.
See, now the difference between, say, a Sam Bradford and an RG3 is RG3's rookie year was brilliant. He hit the ground running.
Right.
I mean, he was Offensive Rookie of the Year. The team went 10-6, won the division. He made the Pro Bowl. I mean, you're like, oh, it's on. Because remember the whole thing was him and Luck out of that class are going to be the guys. So he can play, but he hurt his knee. Check this out. He hurt his knee, and I think he got rushed back. And he hadn't been the same since the injury. Right,
and so he was rushed back, but that we know, and to be honest, he shouldn't have played that last game where he actually hurt his knee. He shouldn't have played then.
Nope.
Now, the thing is, when you're a quarterback in the NFL, it's a whole different dynamic of a game. When running is a part of your game in college, that's cool, that's fine. But when you get to the NFL, you kind of have to be standstill statue in that pocket and learn how to play from, because that's how you live your career, is make your money standing in that pocket. Even though Peyton Manning has a fused neck, and we saw that scar, how deep it was, he's still able to play because he stands in that pocket. Andrew Luck, that's the reason why his career is going so well, because he stands in the pocket. Yes, he can take a hit.
Luck is mobile. He's mobile enough.
He's mobile enough.
He's not a running quarterback,
but he's not going to
get out
run.
of trouble.
But he's looking downfield to get rid of the ball. Now, Russell Wilson, that's a whole different platform. You know, he's third round of the same year, RG3 and Andrew Luck. But see, because of his height and the way the offensive scheme, they roll him out of the pockets to set him on a launch pad because he can't see over the big boys in order for him to get the ball downfield. So you have a different deal. People are like, well, Russell runs, but yeah, know the scheme of the offense first before you get to talking about it. Then in Jay Gruden's offense, with those guys being offensive gurus, the John and Jay, the way they are, the Grudens, you got to stand in that pocket and deliver some throws, man.
Right. Now, I want to see him do well. You know, we met him down in New Orleans, real nice, humble guy. Apparently, he's not that humble guy anymore from what I'm hearing, but, you know, I met him. He was a cool guy. Now, let's talk a little bit about the number 2 quarterback taken in last year's draft, and that's Marcus Mariota in Tennessee. They lost 34-10 to the Kansas City Chiefs last night, but who cares? Mariota, dig this, through 3 games, Mariota is 19 of 27, which is 70%, for 252 yards and 1 interception. That ain't bad.
Now,
that ain't bad.
Think about this. Head coach of the Tennessee Titans is who?
Your boy.
Ken Whisenhunt.
Whisenhunt.
Who was Ben Roethlisberger's first coach?
Ken Whisenhunt.
Pointing.
Checkmate.
Checkmate.
Checkmate. So, Jameis Winston was 8 of 24 in his last game, 61% of his passes, 90 yards against the Cincinnati Bengals. And he's hurt his ankle, and he's going to start. He will play. He will play. So now let's go on to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Martavius Bryant, weed boy. I guess him and Bell and your boy Blunt were all hanging out together. He's facing a 4-game suspension for repetitive, or should I say multiple marijuana suspensions. So it's going to be, what do you think about Martavius Bryant?
I don't know. But the one thing I do know is that they got to quit the greenery, man. You can't be in here.
They must got that good stuff in Pittsburgh.
It got to be. It got to be. It got to be Pablo Escobar worthy of all this stuff. You know, so it's, to me, honestly, it's like Richard said it on a show. If you're gonna pay him this much money to do something, to not eat fried chicken, he's not gonna eat no fried chicken. He's gonna divorce it. All right. So therefore, look, leave the weed alone.
Now, I understand chemical dependency.
No,
you know, I've had it. Hear me out. I've had it in my family on both sides. But chemical dependency, crack, heroin, meth, I get that. That stuff is hard to put down. But you can't stop smoking weed?
Man.
Come on, dog. Weed is recreational. I can understand not being able to kick hard drugs, but you can't kick weed for an NFL contract? You know, I mean, that is ridiculous. So might miss him for 4 games. They were looking at him as the helper, so to speak, for Antonio Brown. Now, because he had no help last year. And look what he did even with no help. So now you think you got him some help, and now he's missing for 4 games.
Sammy Coates, though.
You like? I haven't seen him.
I like that guy.
Yeah?
Out of Auburn, he takes the top off of defense. He's a Mike Wallace that can catch.
Mike Wallace can fly, but he can't catch a cold.
Yeah, but he's Mike Wallace that can catch.
Right.
And a bigger one at that.
Right. Now, let's talk a little bit about back to the Redskins. They signed defensive end Junior Gillette from the New England Patriots. Tore his Achilles, out for the season. So it's just like absolutely nothing good going on in D.C. right now for the Redskins. But
when has anything gone good for D.C. since the Super Bowl?
I was going to say since what, 91? Where they beat the Buffalo Bills in the Super Bowl. But that'll do it for this segment, folks. We got to take a quick break, and we'll be right back with some NCAA football after this break.